My father?
Yes.
Nicholas, what are you talking about?
He's talking about Stavros.
Stavros?
Hello, Laura. Luke.
Stavros. I thought I caught a whiff of formaldehyde.
This can't be happening. You're dead.
And yet, here I am, back, and better than ever.
I'm telling you, it's him. It's Stavros.
Nicholas, you're confused.
I am not.
Perfectly understand.
I am not.
She's right. He's gonna take time for
Confused.
things to clear.
It's the whole reason why I came
Stavros
back
is
here was to
dead.
warn Lulu.
Okay, Nicholas, listen to me. You need to rest.
I don't know. I don't feel like resting right now.
Yes, because when you wake up, things will make sense.
I am making sense. Stavros is alive.
Please, sit. After all, you are my guest of honor.
Stay the hell away from me.
Oh, Laura. Such hurtful words. After all, we've been...
How do you expect her to treat you, you freak? You've come back from the dead twice.
Reports of all of our deaths have been exaggerated, have they not? At one point or another. What makes this time such a surprise?
How's this for a surprise, huh? You cheated death twice. You know, the third time's the charm.
You remember how I helped Robert Scorpio?
Yes, when you lured Helena back here trying to find out if Duke was really Faison.
Yes. Once I knew that Helena found out it was a ploy, she would be furious.
What made you think that?
Look, I just wanted this whole confrontation to be over with and move on. So I left Spencer at home with Leslie and the servants and flew to Greece.
I bet that went well.
You ungrateful boy.
Not a boy, grandmother.
You're certainly not a man. Men stand by their family. They do not deceive their own.
Cesar Faison is a criminal. If he was posing as someone else, people needed to know about it.
You should have asked.
You've told me the truth? No, I don't think so. I was doing the people of Port Charles, some of whom are very dear to me, a service. End of story.
Nicholas. Nicholas, when will you realize that loyalty is everything? Even more so now than ever before.
Oh, and why do you say that?
And do you think that I would confide in you after this stunt you pulled? Nicholas, you are my life. And now you've shown me that you're untrustworthy.
You give me a chance to prove otherwise?
I knew Helena was hiding something. So I just played the dutiful grandson. And it gave me time to investigate.
There's a boat by the docks. It's not one of ours.
All right, come on.
Nicholas, what are you doing here? Where's Alejandro's?
We had a boat emergency.
Oh, run along, Nicholas. This is no concern of yours. Now, go find Alejandro's.
What are you doing in here?
Well, what are you doing back here?
Who is that? Father?
The way I see it, there's nothing stopping me from slicing your throat from ear to ear.
No, Luke, don't do it. He's the only one who knows where Lulu is.
She has a point. Go ahead, Spencer. Kill me. I'll die comforted knowing that you know nothing.
Stavros, please. Tell us where our daughter is, please.
All in good time.
No, not in good time.
I promise.
You start talking now!
I promise that I will share every last detail. But first, join me for dinner.
No, I can't.
This does not make any sense. Luke saw Stavros die. He fell into this pit of nothing. There's no way he could have survived that.
Cassinines are hard to kill. I thought he was dead.
Well, clearly not.
Well, where's he been for the last 10 years?
Recovering?
Here?
Stavros survived that dreadful fall, though thanks to Luke Spencer. By the time I got to him, he was in terrible shape. He was barely able to register a pulse.
You saved him?
Well, I pulled my son from the brink once before. I was prepared to do it again.
Oh, this is crazy.
Slowly but surely, he's regaining his strength. Soon my son, my Stavros, will come back to us. Healthier and stronger than ever.
Neither of you has touched your food. You don't think we've had it poisoned?
That would be the only thing that made sense today.
Say what you will about my family.
Oh, I have.
We do not poison our guests. When a Cassadine comes for you, he looks at you in the eye as your life drains away.
What a lovely sentiment.
But you have to know, Laura, that I would never harm you. Not after everything we shared.
Don't touch me.
Your attitude is... I had hoped we could be a family again.
Is that what you want? Is that what this is about? That why we're here? I'll do it if that's what you want.
Hold on.
No.
No negotiating until we know the terms.
If you will let my daughter go, I will stay here with you. I will stay here with you willingly.
They worked very hard to prove my loyalty. I helped her nurse my father back to health. Soon he was not only conscious, but talking and more obsessed than ever.
He was always infatuated with Laura. What does that have to do with Lulu?
Father, what are you doing?
My princess. You would never return my affections the way I desire, the way you once did.
You don't know that.
But I do. I have given up on our future in order to hold on to our past.
I just don't understand. I thought that us together was what you wanted.
The way we used to be, when it was perfect. Before Spencer tarnished your feelings for me.
You mean before she found out I was still alive and found her way off this island of maniacs?
No, Luke.
It's all right, Laura. I have accepted the fact that you and I will never again be together. Besides, I've met someone else.
The woman in the photo Stavros was looking at wasn't Laura. It was Lulu.
My princess. And now that her husband has been disposed of, there's nothing standing in my way.
Realized my father was even more disturbed than before.
And that's saying something.
So I went to Helena for answers. Why is my father doing this?
Oh, darling, please. No, there's
Well, you just answered the question. I put in my time. I deserve to know.
Please. Your father was barely cognizant during the first years. I tried everything that I could do to stimulate his recovery, but I even told him about his grandson, Spencer, But when that didn't work, I even tried to convince him that there was another newborn heir.
That's why you faked the DNA test. To make me believe Aiden was my son. For my father.
Well, and it was all in vain. Oh, anyway, several consultations were still needed to treat Stavros. Oh, there was a brilliant German doctor. She took us to Switzerland to her clinic.
Get on with the story.
Well, while flying back to Greece, our plane had to make a weather-related landing in Istanbul. No, I was trying to be discreet, but suddenly, Nicholas, I saw your father light up, saying his first words since the accident. My Laura.
What do you mean, light up my Laura? Did he see her in Turkey?
No. She wasn't there. Apparently, Luke had found himself locked in a Turkish prison. Well, he was free, and he was being escorted home by Dante Falconieri and your sister.
Okay, so he saw Lulu.
Yes, but he believed that Lulu was Laura, just as he remembered her from their time together here.
And he wanted her back.
Well, I have tried to disabuse him of this fantasy. But Stavros is convinced that Lulu, your sister, is the woman that he fell in love with many years ago.
What the hell have you done with my daughter?
Lulu is everything that you once were. Pure and innocent. So much so that when I first saw her, I mistook her for you.
If you so much as harmed a hair on her
I
head.
think you have the wrong idea. I want her preserved exactly as she is.
We're taking her home. Where the hell is she?
Oh, calm down, Luke.
Not until we see our daughter.
I think you two have the wrong idea. I'm merely courting Lulu. I have been ever since I gave her this.
I knew what Stavros had put my mother through. I wasn't about to let him do the same thing to Lulu. Once he regained his facilities, I tried to reason with him. The woman that you are in love with, who's in that photo, it's not Laura. She's not my mother.
Don't be ridiculous. I would know Laura anywhere. She's as gorgeous now as the first day I brought her here.
Father, would you please look? See this? That's Laura. Next to her is my sister Lulu, Laura's daughter with Luke.
That doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does, because it's the truth. That young woman is not who you think she is.
I was going to send this to her. Win her back. Remind her of the time we had together.
You realize you have to let this go, don't you?
Yes. I understand. I understand it all.